welcome to Menon's Delicacies. This is Lata here. Hope you are good. So today I'm coming up with a Kerala speciality, which is Vellappam and egg roast. Egg roast is the best combination for Vellappam. So let's start the process. So let's start making Vellappam or Appam as we call it. I've taken 1.5 glasses of rice. Now you can use any kind of rice. I've used Jeeragashala rice. You can use Surti Kolam, Kaima, that is Jeeragashala, or Masuri rice or Idli rice if you have. You can use any rice. Taken 1 cup of coconut, grated, which is very important in the making of Vellappam. Taken cooked rice. This is warm water. I'll show you for what it is. This is normal water for grinding the rice. This is salt, sugar and yeast. This is active dry yeast. Okay, now the first thing what we do is, I've taken warm water here. I am going to dissolve this yeast into this warm water. Plus 1 spoon of sugar. Now we'll just nicely stir it and keep it so that it just comes up by the time we grind the rice and coconut and the cooked rice. Now we will grind this rice in 2 parts. We can't grind this all together. So I'm going to make it into 2 portions. And always remember that you have to put little by little water, not more water, otherwise the rice won't grind. That's it. I'm going to pour a little of water. So now you can see that it is well ground. I'll show you, see, it's very soft. Now I'll show you the next step, what all we add for the grinding. Now in the next step, I'm going to add the balance of this rice. Now one thing I forgot to tell you all is, this rice has to be soaked for minimum 4 to 6 hours and maximum overnight. You can soak it for 8 to 10 hours. That is the minimum soaking required for the rice. Now I'm going to add coconut. I've taken 1.5 cup of rice. I've soaked that. So I've taken 1 cup of coconut grated and 1 cup of rice, cooked rice. You can take any kind of cooked rice, whatever you have, but not brown, because then the Vellappam doesn't turn into white color. Now I'll grind this first, then I will take the rice and I'll show you all how this is ground. So now you can see that the second trip it's not well ground. I'm going to add the rice, cooked rice, so that we grind everything together. Now the yeast is risen. I'm going to add this salt, sugar. So basically everything together. Our second trip will be always together. So I'm going to grind this well now. So our batter is done. Now this is in the form of dosha consistency. See, you can either mix it with hand or with a spoon. And now very important part is the fermentation. You'll have to ferment it for at least 8 to 10 hours. So Vellappam batter is ready. I'm going to close this and ferment it for 8 hours. So we are going to start the preparation of egg roast, which is the best combination with Vellappam. So first thing what we have to take is eggs, boiled eggs. You can take 6, you can take 4, you can take as much as you want, as per the family members in your house. I have cut the ginger and garlic. I've taken 5 cloves of garlic, which is big garlic, which I get here. Ginger, I've taken 1-inch piece of ginger. I have cut it into long pieces. I've taken 2 tomatoes, small one. If you have big tomato, you can take 1 big one. I've taken 2 onions, which are big ones. You can take 3 onions, but always make sure to see that quantity of onions should be less than the eggs which you're taking, because if that surpasses the quantity of eggs, then that, your gravy or the curry which you're making, it may turn out a little sweet. Now we start from here. This is Kashmiri chili powder. I've taken 2 tablespoons of Kashmiri chili powder, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, half teaspoon of turmeric powder. This is 1 tablespoon of garam masala, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, normal chili powder, 2 green chilies, some curry leaves, coriander leaves chopped. I've taken fennel seeds, that is saunf, and salt, and I've taken some hot water, and we will need coconut oil to start the cooking, but you can use whatever oil, which is up to your choice, which oil you want to use. I use coconut oil for the egg roast because it tastes very yum. Now I've taken a pan here. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. I'm going to add fennel seeds. I've taken half teaspoon of fennel seeds. You can also add mustard seeds, but I don't like the taste of mustard seeds in egg roast, so I don't add that. Let's saute this for some time. Now the next step is I'm going to add ginger and garlic, which I've sliced and kept. Saute this. Now we're going to add the sliced onions. Now here the onions should not be very brown color. It should just be sauteed for around 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. When it starts turning brown color, we'll add the other things. With this, I also add my chili and curry leaves. Now next goes in our salt. This will fasten the caramelizing of the onions. Now you can see that the onions have turned brown. Now at this stage I'm going to add all the masala powders one by one. So first goes in turmeric. Chili powder, this is a normal chili powder. Kashmiri chili powder, coriander powder. The last one is our garam masala. Now you can use any garam masala what you have at home, any kind of garam masala. See to it that it's not, added more, because garam masala has got a character of overpowering the taste of the gravies. Let us stir it nicely for almost 10 minutes till the raw smell goes. We have put all the spice powders and everything, and the raw smell is gone completely. It's cooked for almost 10 minutes. I'm going to add at this stage tomatoes. So the tomatoes are added. Our masala is cooked very nicely till the raw smell is gone. Now we will just close the lid for 10 minutes and let the tomatoes and the masalas mix nicely. Now tomatoes are done. We are going to add at this stage half cup of water. And coriander leaves, which we have chopped and kept, a bit for garnishing later on. We'll just close the lid and keep it for 5 minutes. And our gravy is done. Now I'm going to add at this stage eggs. Slowly. You're not supposed to break the eggs, so you have to mix it slowly. So our egg roast is ready. I'm going to switch off the gas now, and I'll show you how to make the vellappams. As I showed earlier that I had ground the batter and kept it for 8 hours. Now 8 hours is over and I'm going to show you all the batter. See how nicely it is fermented. Now I'm going to start making the vellappams. I've got this kind of non-stick vessel for vellappam. But if you don't have this, you can always use this deep bottomed kadai to get that kind of shape of vellappam. So I'm going to pour the first one. That's it. And I'm going to show you how to do this. This is the way you do it. So that you get that kind of ball in between. And the bubbles have started coming up. This is the point when put the oil just on the sides and I close it and keep. Now very important thing with vellappam is you don't flip the vellappam like dosha, because you have to take it out like that. So you have to see that the entire thing is cooked well. So our vellappam is done. Now this is the way your vellappam should look. I have made this crispy. If you all want, you can take it out before it turns out crispy, because my family likes it crispy. So I'm taking out at this point. So egg roast and vellappam is ready. Now vellappam is also called as appam. Egg roast is the best thing that goes with vellappam. Our family likes it a lot. Now this can be had in the morning for breakfast or for lunch or for dinner. And if you have liked the recipe, please like, subscribe and share with your family and friends. Thank you.